Hi everyone, my name is Leorah. Welcome back to my channel. For everybody who is new, yay, we're so glad to have you. So today is Monday, which means it's Leorah's latest looks day. It is wrapping tutorial day. And also, in addition to that, today we want to speak a little bit about face shapes. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. So my loves, to start things off, this video is in collaboration with Rapunzel. Please find all the information about that in the description box. Next thing, I have been asked to talk about face shapes and how that influences wrapping. Okay, so I'm not a specialist, not on wrapping and not on face shapes and not on any of these things, but I sort of sat down and tried to do some research and gathered my own thoughts about that. So before we go into my tutorial, I just want to quickly touch on that. So I found a few basic face shapes, but of course there are also mixtures between face shapes, so you have to consider that. I will mention the face shapes that I found, and I will try to include pictures of celebrities here so you can see what I'm saying. They might not always be the best example of that face shape, but I tried to find someone who people actually know. So anyway, so the first one is a round face. So for that, I found Miranda Kerr. Then the oval face, which is Selma Hayek. The triangle, which is Jennifer Aniston. Square face shape is, for example, Demi Moore. Diamond is Rihanna. Heart is Reese Witherspoon. And oblong is Liv Tyler, which is basically oblong is an oval face shape but stretched out. Like it's a very, very stretched out. Anyway, so my whole take on this is, and this is not set in stone, basically, I'll start with the bottom line. My bottom line is you can do whatever you want, wear it with confidence, and you'll rock the look, okay? But because there has been that question, I just want to say that probably it's like with makeup. When you have close set eyes, you have to adjust your makeup in order to not make it look closer. When you have wide set eyes, you are basically the lucky one and you can wear any look. So I guess according to my taste or what I think, if you have an oval face like I have, you can wear anything and it'll look pretty good, I think. If you have a, let's say, let's take an example. If you have a triangle face, which means that this part of your face is the widest and this part is the thinnest. So you go like this, right? So then I would say it is probably not the wisest to pile your turban very, very high up because that sort of makes you look like that, like an alien. Maybe you would like to wear your turban more down like that and maybe even emphasize this area with a side raffle, which we will do today actually in the tutorial. Or if you have a diamond shape, which is basically like this. So this part, your cheekbones, are the widest part of your face. There, it's hard, really. It's hard because I don't know. I would then go further up and like stretch out this part because it goes, your face goes like this. And if you emphasize this part, then it will even out the whole look a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't think it matters that much. I mean, I understand where that question came from and that maybe really some people struggle with that, but I do think that the face shape does not matter so much. I think what matters way more is if you have a round face, for example, I would suggest that you wear something higher and not something very close to your face, because it basically emphasizes that you have a very round face. And there is nothing wrong with that. It's just that if you want to emphasize your nicest features and look the best that you can with what you have, then I would think pile it up as much as you can. You know, if you cannot stand the weight and stuff, okay, so that's another thing. But I think that, and I see that all over, that people with round faces, they just wear one scarf without a shaper and whatever, and it just looks very flat and round. And if that's what you like, it's totally fine. But because I've been asked for my opinion, I'm just sharing that with you to, you know, I think that the whole point is to stretch your face in that case. And if you have a very oblonged face, then maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe then you want to go flatter and wear your shaper down in the back, you know, like here, and do your wrap here, because you do not want to stretch your face even more. So I think just go with your intuition and with logic, you know, because that's basically the only thing I can use, because I have no idea. I really didn't find any information on that, like professional information. And what I would do personally, instinctively, is balancing out the face depending on what your face shape is. So I would then either stretch it or try to unstretch it. I hope that helps for you who asked me that question. I know, I think you had a heart-shaped face. So I think in your case, I would still try to pile it up a little bit in order to, I don't know. I actually don't know, because I'm basically contradicting right now what I said before. I honestly think it doesn't matter. Wear whatever you want, wear the way you feel it that day, and wear it up or down or much or less. You're gonna be fine. And like at the end of the day, it's art. Do whatever you want. Like, just feel good with it and try what makes you feel good, and then go with that. And that might change every day. So, you know, just go with it. So today's tutorial is the side raffle wrap. It's hard for me to say that. Side raffle? I think it's raffle wrap. Which means that basically we will have like a big flower kind of thing here on the side, which I really like. And it's just a different thing besides all the braiding that we've done recently. So let's just go right into that. What I want to start with is this scarf here from my own collection. And I actually want to go today for a unicolor look, which is basically all teal and turquoise colors, but different textures and different patterns. Okay, of course you will also get to see my completed look right here. Okay, so this one is a square scarf from my own collection, and I'm basically just putting that down on my basic pashmina that I'm wearing over my shaper. Folding it in a triangle and getting stuck everywhere. Thank you, husband, for all the nice flowers and plants. Okay, this one I'm basically just putting down because I want this pattern, because that that shade is picking up with other colors in my outfit. So that's basically the only reason. You do not need to do that at all. Okay, just tying a knot in the back, and the tail end I'll keep inside. Okay, just cleaning up a little bit. Okay, the next thing is this scarf. This is a Rapunzel scarf. And it's called the Teal Shiny Licious. You will find that on the website. And that I'm folding twice. You don't have to do that. You can also just put it down and go with the flow, but I like to fold my scarves. Okay, now I'm just placing it down here. Now you have to make a decision where you want the flower to be, here or here. And depending on that, you have to decide where is going to be the long end and where is going to be the short end. So I want my flower to be here. That means that the short end of the scarf has to be on this side, because once you tie it, the long end will automatically be here. Okay, so start like that and just make a knot in the back. And by tying the knot in the back, you'll see that the short end is now here and the long end is here. So now you could basically just leave it with one scarf. I want to add another one just because I'm going for this unicolor look. And this is from my own collection. And I basically set it down the same way like I did with the Rapunzel scarf with the Teal Shiny Licious. I'm also folding it. And then I'm just placing it down with the shorter side here. What I did now also was that I separated those two patterns by that one, which I think is always a good idea in order to not, it's better for the eyes. It's like easier on the eyes. So now I have these three hanging here and the shorter ones here. Okay, so those I'm just going to ignore for now. Alright, I'm going over my microphone again. Sorry, that's not very professional. Just going to move the microphone a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do now, this here I'm also ignoring for now. Basically, we're taking now those single strands and we're making a loop. And then we're just going to place it through the scarf that we've bound here, just making loops. So what I'm doing now, that is sort of my twist to the whole thing. You could just go like this and make loops and make loops and make loops, and then you're done. But because we have two, I want to alternate between the two. Okay, so that's why I took this one. I'm going to do it again to show you. I made a loop and I pushed it through the uppermost scarf that I put down. You can also use this one. It really doesn't matter. Or you can use both. You know, let's use both. It doesn't really matter. Let's just dig in here. Okay. So we're pushing it through towards the back. And now I'm taking this one, making a loop, and I will push it through, but coming from the other side. I'm starting from the back and moving towards the front. Like that. Okay. Now I'm taking this again and making another loop and pushing it back from the front to the back, like the first one. Depending on how long your scarf is, that's how you can keep going. And this one here, do the same thing, but starting from the back and moving it towards the front. Okay, so basically you see what we've done here, right? We have the both ends or the both loops of the Shiny Licious in the back, except the one that is hanging down here, which is fine. And those two from my own collection are in the front. Now, what I want to do is I want to just push them down a little bit so they're more, how do you say that? More dense, sort of. Okay. This end, I'm just going to tuck that in, like right here, into its own, into the same scarf that I placed down. And now we are ready to just play with this and make it look pretty. So you basically, all you have to do is fluff this up. And there you go. I think this looks really cute. I mean, you can also then, of course, if you have the preference of having it a little bit more flat, you can also like just tuck a little part of it into a scarf to make it look more flat like that. You can do that too. So what do you think? Anyway, we still have to clean up here. And I'm just going to basically try to move this up here and tug it away. But because there are so many different lengths, I think what I'm going to do, and that's funny because I just said that that we're done with all the braiding for today, but I think I'm going to braid it and move it up just to add another pattern here, which we don't have to, but I don't know, it just works out that way. And because it keeps everything a little bit tighter together, I think. So I'm just going to try to braid this upwards. Yeah, okay, good. And then I'm going to tuck it in right here. Okay, I think I want to clean up this a little bit more. I want to push it in a little bit more. And that is really just a matter of personal preference. Whatever you like, you can make it look whichever way you like. And of course, you do not need to separate those colors. You can mix and match, that there is like one of each on each side, whatever you want to do. So I think it looks really pretty. Does anyone else think this is pretty? I think it's pretty. Okay, so this is how it turned out. I think it looks good and cleaned up, I hope. At least that's how it feels. Hmm? Is that approved by my community? Yes. Anyway, so now I can move my my microphone back. I hope that everybody heard me. Okay, so I've been talking a long time already again, and I really, I'm trying so much to not have these videos forever, but okay. I actually wanted to just really quickly say something in my Leorah's thoughts section. I realized something when I opened the dishwasher, and I want to talk to you about dishwashers. Something that actually changed my life a little bit. The other day, my husband had started to clear off the table, and he put stuff in the dishwasher because he tried to help. And I then later on, because I'm the slow eater in the family, as you know, if you watched any of my last videos, I have to eat slowly and I have to take my time as much as I can. So I came to the kitchen a little bit later, and I then put my stuff in the dishwasher. That's when I opened the dishwasher. So I opened the dishwasher and it looked not like I wanted to look. And I'm such a control freak. I usually then take everything and put it the way I want it to be, which makes sense for me. And then I realized I'm taking the crown away from my husband by doing that, because he tried to help me and he is not the way I am. He sees things differently. He thinks the knife should be that way, and I think the knife should be that way. And that is basically what a marriage is, right? You're basically throwing two people who see stuff totally different into one unit, and they have to manage. And this dishwasher was basically my comparison or my symbol of marriage, which is funny, but it just made something clear to me. If I now go, or if I keep doing that I'm rearranging everything he has done and basically giving him the feeling that he has done wrong, this is sending such a wrong message, and that is basically making him small and taking the crown off his head. And if I make him look small and incompetent, then basically I'm the wife of someone who is small and incompetent. And then I was standing there and I thought, what am I choosing here? Do I want my husband to be tall and someone to look up to, even if he loads the dishwasher a different way that I like it? Or do I want to keep reorganizing and redoing everything he has done? So I decided to walk away from that dishwasher and not reorganize. And I even went to him and I said, well done. Thank you so much for helping me. And that was a big deal for me. And that might sound crazy for you, but for me it is, because I am a control freak. I want the dishwasher to be loaded the way I used to do it forever, you know? So this was my lesson learned this week. And I'm trying to stick with that and just leave it and walk away and say thank you. So that's my thought. I want to keep it very, very short. Maybe you can translate that in your life. I'm sure it is not necessarily a dishwasher in your case, but maybe it's something else. So maybe that helps you in whatever you're going through. But for me, there was an eye-opening moment where I decided that I want, as a queen, I want my husband to be a king and not a beggar. So we're coming to an end. I just want to mention that all the information about today's makeup you'll find in the description box. Let me just come a bit closer so you can see. Because it's really pretty. I'm really making a big effort here for you. And besides that, my next upload on Thursday will be the Tribal Stone series, and I'm very much looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm uploading every Monday and Thursday. If you're new here, please subscribe. And if you like my content, then give me a like and give me your comments and give me your recommendations and whatever you want to see. Ask me questions. Also on my other social media, you will find all the information in the description box. If you subscribe, please don't forget to click on the notification bell, because as I mentioned in, I think, 2 videos back, that all the videos during September, which is the high holidays for Jewish people, will be a little bit off and not necessarily on the days that I usually upload. So it's important that you click on the notification bell so you will be informed when I do upload. I will try to stick to 2 times per week. It might not always be possible, but I'll try my best. And this is it for today. Leorah's latest looks is coming right up. I hope you'll enjoy that too. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing you next time. Make sure to come around because I love you very much. Thank you for coming by and spending time with me. And see you next time. Bye. Hugs and kisses.